So I've got a few pointers here that I wanted to, I hope this is not too shaky. I wanted to hit on the way out. So this one is kind of about me, how I got here. My wife as well. I want to say something about her and I. My name is Grayson Gregory, for those of you who don't know. I'm pretty sure everyone on earth knows at this point. I'm so sorry. Hey, my name is Grayson Gregory, and I am headed out to the Bighorn in Fort Smith, Montana. I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee, like 20 minutes north of town. These days, it's like 35 minutes north of town with how traffic is there. So eventually, my wife and I got tired of that traffic, and we moved out to Montana. So, kind of a big shift for us. But I have lived, actually, funny enough, I'm going to the Bighorn. I lived in Fort Smith for most of 2021, working at this place called Refuge Foundation, which a lot of the buddies I'm going to see now, that's where they work. Specifically dropping in the Bighorn Angler tomorrow to see some old friends and yeah, just talk shop and figure out how the river's doing. And the Bighorn has a very special place in my heart, obviously, living in Fort Smith. And so pretty excited to get back over there. But in 2021, my wife and I started dating. We quickly fell in love with Montana. Had the dream of, you know, someday we'll move back out there, maybe when we retire or whatever. We got married and everything was wonderful. But eventually we kept visiting Montana, and the last time that we visited was October of 2024. And when we left, it felt like we were leaving home. That was a weird feeling to feel. I've never really felt that before. And so from then we just really started looking for places to rent or buy. Yeah, we moved out here in April of 2025 and have just been enjoying the lifestyle. You know, it's everything that we want to instill in our future family. They're just great people, you know. And so coming here again, I kind of had forgotten how nice people were. Montana's a place that when you're driving down the interstate or a back road or something, everyone kind of waves at you while you're driving. And at first you're just wondering, why is everyone waving at me? Is my headlight out or something? And eventually somebody will point out that, you know, if you're on a long backcountry road and you don't wave to somebody, and 10 minutes later your truck breaks down and that person comes back around at some point, you might have wished that you waved back to them. So my favorite view on the drive is coming up right here.
Yeah, we're headed up to the Bighorn Angler to interview with Pete Shanafelt. He's owner of the fly shop up here on the Bighorn River in Fort Smith. So I got my buddy Liam here. We went to high school together. Got Grayson here, and we'll be just doing an A to 3 from Afterbay to 3 Mile to upper half portion of the Bighorn River, and we're gonna get after it. We'll be firing on all cylinders.
Here we are at the Angler. Shop dog.
You know what? So we had a little bump in the river yesterday that we didn't know about. Went up, they recalibrated the gauges, which happens every once in a while. So the flows bumped a tiny bit. Sometimes that just throws them off. And we had all that wind yesterday. Sometimes that barometric pressure change, like, kind of knocked them off.
But they're liking the black heads.
Yeah.
These Frenchies right here, it's like kind of a little bit of like the cottonwood flower, that white cottonwood.
Yeah, exactly.
That likes floating on the river. So
yeah.
I almost think they like that just because that's on there.
Right? Yeah, and that stuff
Definitely.
gives that, the CDC gives it that buggy profile underneath. Those are really good right now for the caddis, black caddis, a few of the like sunk PMD, stuff like that. Yeah, our whole Frenchie selection, that's one of the biggest flies of the summer here. I like to call it pheasant tail season too. Been our hot fly of the year. Of course, my pattern, the carpet bug. I gotta always preach that thing. That's a great fly. And then all of our Ray Charles. So a lot of times I'm running one of those guys, up top, and one of those, or pheasant tails like you're looking there. Yeah, if you guys want to, fish some dries and stuff, we've been pick clean here recently. We've gotten a few more in, but we've got the black caddis going. Just simple little CDC bugs, stuff like that, and they're picky if you want to test your patience on the dry fly game. But there's some big fish eating them. That's what's always cool on the Bighorn. You get shot at some of the bigger fish on dries, and
Poodle sniffers too.
the poodle sniffer,
Poodle
yeah.
sniffer with the green wrapping on there. I almost think that if you throw like a gray or a brown caddis, sometimes they like that because they've seen a bunch of the same go past, even though they're not on the river.
Right, we're totally out of that poodle sniffer. I think we've gone through, it's almost 200 dozen so far this year.
It's good for business.
It's insane.
It's good for business.
Yeah, and it's super stupid simple fly, but
Throw that with the barometric pressures dropping. Yeah, rain's coming, babe.
Hey, I'm Pete Shanafelt, owner outfitter of the Bighorn Angler here in Fort Smith, Montana. Been here 14 years, 14th season. This is our fly shop. This is our operation. We're the oldest fly shop on the Bighorn River. Started in 1982. And we're carrying on the legacy of the Bighorn River and the Bighorn Angler. We carry everything you need to fish the Bighorn River successfully. Got everything from rods, all price points, got all your nets. Our biggest thing is clothing. You gotta bring something back that says you fished the Bighorn or you've been in Montana. So we've got a huge variety of clothing, a lot of cool custom logo stuff we do on our own. Our hat selection we're super noted for. Yeah, cool stuff like that. And then also, all your gear, we carry full selection of reels, top end companies, and our family of Labradors. Yeah. We love dogs here. They're our buddies, my kids. The other thing we're most noted for is our custom fly selection. I hand pick a lot of these. A lot of these are patterns picked from our guides too. You're not going to find these patterns anywhere else in any other fly shop. So kind of pride myself on our custom fly selection here, and got some killer bugs. Keep them updated every year. Keep them in stock. That's a big key. Sometimes they're tough to do that, but we do as good a job as we can, and a lot of people recognize us and appreciate it for it, and love doing it. Sure. Yeah. So we do all of our meals. We're super remote out here. Obviously, there's not a lot of places to go. So we've got our own chef. She's been with us 10, 11 years, something like that. So we kind of do it for our all-inclusive packages, what we specialize in. We kind of get your lodging, your food, and then awesome food. She does, everything's from scratch, and she's here every night and doing breakfast too. So if you're ever looking for food and stuff to get, we got this place here. And not only that, if you're looking for a place to stay, the lodging, we got anywhere from 2-person rooms all the way up to houses. They'll sleep 14. We've got some great places overlooking the river outside of town.
Pete, dude, I was curious because I'm really looking to land a big brown trout on a streamer. When would be a good time to come for that? Because it's just something I'm interested in.
So it's kind of, there's a few sleeper seasons. The fall, and when a lot of people think fall in Montana, they're like October. We're much lower elevation. We're only 3,000 feet, so we have a long, nice fall here. It's most of September going to be in the 80s, but there's a time I would definitely come look at it around Thanksgiving, latter part of November, even into December is some of the best streamer fishing. And the other reason is there's no one here. Everyone's hunting, trying to shoot, their deer or elk, and you'll have the river yourself. Another really good time all throughout the winter actually is really, really good fishing, weather dependent, of course. And then the other window, pretty much it's our whole off season, November to March. That February, March window is really good. If guys if you want to swing some flies, the Trout's Bay thing, that's a good time to go. But if you want a big brown, you know, that Thanksgiving time around then. But another one is, you know, like in our main summer months here is, you know, everyone's wanting to catch a bunch of fish on nymphs and dries. And we've had guys throwing streamers recently. They're getting some big fish. And a lot of those fish right now, because the water's warm, they're up in that skinny, you know, real skinny water. So you can throw a floating line like a little bug and, you know, they'll move on it. So that's, you know, it's kind of like a year-round thing. But yeah, if you wanna come here and not see the crowds, like I said, that later November stuff and all the way through the winter into early spring there, it's really good. And you know, nymph fishing's really good too. I mean, you just catch a lot of fish and there's no people around.
Have a Kevin.
Yeah.
Let's check her out.
Yeah, Kevin won.
Hi, good doggy. Frank.
They just weeded everything around here.
It's all overgrown. You guys.
I've never seen these, Kevin.
I haven't either. No boots. No boots. Oh, well, good thing cut.
The angler cabins, these are super popular. Do 4 people a days.
Got some shot with that trico's on.
Yeah. One of those DM prints.
In Alaska or whatever, but he was saying it's kind of like corn of flesh is flesh.
You're like him in the fly shop.
Yeah, wait. Let's see what else. Beef sticks. A little bit of turbulence. In the cockpit. Got Goose and Mav here. We're about to get after it. So right here we are at the Afterbay put-in, and this dam here sustains a lot of our fish's vitality. We'll be fishing down to 3 Mile, and this is the beginning section of the Bighorn.
Small water buddy, come up out of that cliff.
It would.
Come up out of that cliff, play in the flats like a good boy.
Let me say something to you. Oh yeah, baby. Fire me up. Yes.
It's kind of.
Wow. Yeah. Not a small one. Boom, baby! Yes. Nice job, dude.
Oh, dude.
Camera boy's on the board. That's right.
Any better than that, folks? Oh, you came off. All right, there you go. No red spots on that guy. See what I mean? They're more abundant.
Right, dude.
They're more abundant. You got the
Yes, sir. Nice, that's perfect. Let's go.
Bighorn River, boy.
Bighorn, baby.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Yep.
Real good one.
Yep.
This thing was a monster.
Oh yeah. He took off. He's sitting down right now. It could be deceptive, but I mean, holy crap, that was marvelous.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, we'll let them do his thing.
Just need a sucker and a carp at that point. That's right.
Release.
I think he's humongous.
I didn't know love till you found me. I didn't know love lost in the sea. I didn't know love till you found me.
What's going on?
I
Check out this. Did you get one?
No, him catch a fish?
Yeah.
what I do.
Literally.
Oh, buddy. That cold?
Dude, yeah, I don't know. I like had this random like bird. My body's like
jumping jacks.
yeah. Water level's real shallow, so normally if it's just a little bit higher, where I was like waist deep, I get it all the way out there and it just sits right on the outside of where it's slowly starting to move. So I mean, I was like probably kept pushing, and then you found that shelf, and so I had just a little bit extra, but it wasn't the number.
Not enough.
Yeah, not enough. Close but no cigar.
Let it be known,
All is well.
it's currently 70 degrees.
I used to have a gig.
We're doing this for the flick now.
Dude, him behind you, just lurking. Well, very successful day. How many did you catch? 4? 3 or 4? Got a nice brown that we got on video, so. Wrapping the day.
It's like I left the boats. Got cinematic back down.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yes. Well, I was saying how basically if I have a notable moment on the river, I like to jot it down in my journal just to remember it and reminisce. And so today what I'm gonna write down is at Red Cliffs, worried about rig if there's a malfunction. And then as soon as I verbally said the words, maybe our formula's wrong. As soon as I said form, our buddy here, Grayson, like a freaking sprinkle from above, dude. I mean, that was awesome. That was awesome. That's going in the journal. That's going in the journal. That's what I got. Yeah, that was cool.
All right, I might have something. Well, this was a wonderful day in a wonderful place with some wonderful people. Kind of wrapping up the day now. Sad, but every day has to come to an end, I guess. We caught a lot of fish, and great ones at that. More importantly, just caught some great memories with some. We had a great time. Yeah, so just kind of sitting here taking in the sunset before I say some final goodbyes. The land here is wildly peaceful. Yeah, this is a special place. I know I've said that a lot. It's special to me, obviously, but this place just has a way of slowing you down and bringing you back to where you need to be. So give it a look, you know. The Bighorn's a special spot. Obviously some great people in town down at the Angler, the Bighorn Angler. They can get you set up with, if you just need a guide, they're great. They have a lot of options, and they've also got full-blown packages for lodging and food and fishing and pretty much everything you can think of here. So that's a great option. A lot of spots just to kind of wait around if you're just popping in for a couple hours or something, you know. Like down at the 3 Mile Access, that's a great spot. And that's kind of where we waited around towards the end of the afternoon. There's just a lot of opportunity here, you know, especially for fishing. But just this town's obviously filled with good people and special people, which makes it, again, a special place. So yeah, I love it here. I'm so glad I got to come do this. Glad y'all got to come along and see what a day here looks like for the most part. If you're on the fence about a trip to the Bighorn River and to Fort Smith, don't be on the fence about it and go ahead and come. Just excited to continue around this wonderful, wonderful state that I'm wildly blessed to now call home. thanks for coming along and watching, and yeah, thanks for hanging.